What if the console you eagerly awaited delivered a surprise that left you feeling cheated? Nintendo's Switch 2 has arrived, but it brought along a new feature that has gamers up in arms and questioning the very definition of game ownership. For years, we've cheered Nintendo on, celebrating their unique blend of innovation and nostalgia. The launch of the Switch 2, earlier this summer, certainly generated its share of excitement. But amidst the fanfare, a quiet storm brewed, centered around something called game key cards. Now, at first glance, these key cards look just like the familiar Switch cartridges we've grown to love. They're small, tangible, and slot right into the console. But here's the kicker. They don't actually contain the game. Think of it like buying an empty Blu-ray case with a download code inside. You still have to download the entire game from the internet, and then you still need to keep that physical card inserted to play. It's this strange hybrid, a go-between, trying to blend digital convenience with physical tangibility, but in the eyes of many fans, it utterly misses the mark. Gamers immediately voiced strong frustrations across social media. The core issue? These cards tether you directly to Nintendo's servers. What happens if those servers eventually go offline? What about game preservation, the ability to play your favorite titles decades down the line, just as we can with old NES or Game Boy cartridges? You have no guarantee that the digital versions of these games will exist in perpetuity. Stephen Kick, CEO of Night Dive Studios, a company known for bringing classic games to modern platforms, echoed this sentiment, stating back in April that seeing Nintendo do this was a little disheartening. He really hoped a company that big, that has such a storied history, would take preservation a little more seriously. The critics are clear. This format offers none of the true benefits of a traditional physical cartridge, while still binding users to an online infrastructure. You can't easily lend these games to a friend. You can't resell them without the recipient also having to jump through hoops. And the sense of true ownership? Well, that just disappears. Facing mounting backlash, Nintendo did something interesting. They quietly launched a community survey, specifically asking for customer opinions on game format preferences. They wanted to know if you preferred buying games physically or digitally, and why. The survey asked pointed questions like, "I like collecting physical games," or "Physical games provide a stronger sense of ownership." It even asked how often players gift or sell their Nintendo Switch games, clearly acknowledging the concerns. Many fans, like at Stealth40K on X, quickly shared the link, urging fellow gamers to make their voices heard. But here's where the plot thickens and the drama truly unfolds. Just a few days after its release, that survey link went dead. Visitors suddenly saw a blunt message. "Sorry, this survey is not currently active." It disappeared almost as quickly as it appeared, leaving fans to wonder if Nintendo truly wanted their feedback, or just a brief moment of quiet before resuming their path. Reactions on social media only intensified. Gamers expressed a clear preference for traditional physical games, feeling Nintendo had ignored their long-standing loyalty. You saw tweets like at Umbreon2064 saying, "Unironically, game key cards are the worst thing the Switch 2 Direct introduced." Or at MetroidFreak21 opting to pre-order a physical game for the original Switch rather than getting a game key card for their new Switch 2. That speaks volumes, doesn't it? The disappointment grew even sharper when Nintendo simultaneously revealed a price increase for original Switch consoles and select accessories. It feels like a double whammy for dedicated fans. So, we're left to wonder, is this the future of gaming, where physical media becomes nothing more than a glorified receipt for a digital download? Does this erode the very concept of ownership in the gaming world? Nintendo has always championed unique experiences, but this time, they might have pushed too far, challenging the very trust they've built with their community. What are your thoughts? Will these key cards change how you buy games? Or is this a misstep that Nintendo will have to correct? Let us know what you think.